Good morning. I am Vanessa Thomas with the 10 o'clock news on the Street 919 FM. In the headlines, Caribbean Airlines records significant losses due to the COVID-19 pandemic. A teenage girl is shot and killed in St. James. A 17-year-old boy drowns at a waterfall in Diego Martin. And internationally, U.S. President Donald Trump signs new immigration restrictions to help free up jobs for American workers. And now the news in detail. State-owned airline Caribbean Airlines Limited records significant losses due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Minister in the Ministry of Finance, Alison West, says the financial impact to the airline started at the beginning of March prior to the closure of the TNT borders. She notes that demand for air travel had already been significantly reduced globally. West states that the impact was further exacerbated following the closure of the TNT borders on March 22nd. She revealed that during the period March 23rd to April 30th, the airline recorded an operating loss of TT $96.1 million. A teenage girl was shot and killed in St. James on Monday afternoon. She has been identified as 16-year-old Brianna Parks of Upper Bournes Road, St. James. According to reports, around 5 p.m., residents of Abood Circular, St. James heard a loud explosion. Upon investigating, they found the teenager inside an abandoned house, nursing a gunshot wound to the lower abdomen area. She was taken to the St. James Medical Complex, where she succumbed to her injuries while being treated. And a 17-year-old boy has drowned at the Blue Basin waterfall in Diego Martin. The incident is said to have occurred at around 11 a.m. on Monday, the first day the government approved the reopening of beaches and rivers. Anton Campbell of San Juan was at the waterfall with family when he attempted to climb the rocks to dive into the water. The rocks were said to be slippery and he fell, hitting his head on a stone before sinking. His body was later retrieved by relatives. Campbell is the third person to have died in the last 3 days by drowning. Finally, on the international scene, the Trump administration said on Monday that it was extending a ban on green cards issued outside the U.S. until the end of the year, and it is freezing many temporary work visas, including those used heavily by technology companies and multinational corporations. The administration says the effort is a way to free up jobs in an economy reeling from the coronavirus. It is estimated that the restrictions will free up to 525,000 jobs for Americans. A senior U.S. official said President Trump is focused on getting Americans back to work as quickly as possible. Trump had endlessly touted a strong economy, but now finds himself desperate for a political boost ahead of the November election. And that was the 10 o'clock news on the Street 919 FM. As we go recapping the headlines. Caribbean Airlines records significant losses due to the COVID-19 pandemic. A teenage girl is shot and killed in St. James. A 17-year-old boy drowns at a waterfall in Diego Martin. And internationally, U.S. President Donald Trump signs new immigration restrictions to help free up jobs for American workers. Stay tuned for a news update at 11 o'clock. I am Vanessa Thomas. Do enjoy your morning.